Oh. Thanks. Hello, good afternoon. I am Avry Richter, and I am from Fort Collins, Colorado. I hope to artfully and tastefully share with you all a creation not of my doing, but of ours. We were asked by our chef, Scott, to give recipes that reminded us of home. And now that this is our home, we have created a concoction worth sharing. Lo and wood, and behold, I have for you the recipe for CS16. To no one's surprise, this recipe is award-winning. Despite leaving the Elaine student kitchen a mess once again, the product of this will leave you stunned. Contents include only the finest ingredients. This delectable treat is enticing and provides you with quite the fulfilling experience. There is only enough for one, so indulge with gratitude. There can only be one batch this good, and boy, do we know we cannot be recreated. It is a recipe with a spunky and collective sweetness to make you question your grandma's baked goods. Beware, this is no Betty Crocker cake mix. So yes, your taste buds may be challenged and tickled, but get ready for a scrumptious delicacy. Step 1, preparation, foraging, and obtaining resources. Hand select 59 brilliant, cheerful, bird watching, scouting, skiing, snowboarding, vegan, punk, anarchists, loving, goofy, aspiring, buzz cut, vegetarian, gluten-free, slacklining, mountain biking, drawing, baking, vagabonds from various places in this universe. Ask them to ponder the world around them and identify what draws them to advocacy. Each person playing and providing a role that could not be theorized by anyone else. Once the search was over and the locally sourced to globally found ingredients were all gathered, we could begin the journey. The leavening could commence, and we could partake in the crispness of Lo and wood. With open hearts and frozen cheeks, we looked with interest and a desire to absorb all that was offered. Step 2, mix thoroughly. Take a DC kiddo and gently introduce with a North Carolinian. Like the combination of deciduous to coniferous trees lining the Black Trail, we represent a smattering of distinct species of individuals from meters to miles away. Place 2 strangers in a hammock and they become friends very quickly. We created hammock cities more densely populated than Lando Lakes. We bonded over wind-burnt eyebrows on the sledding hill and snowball to the face moments. Little did we know a West Virginian could swoon with a Wisconsinite, or that a land seemingly barren and bleak could illuminate our minds and our hearts for 4 months. We are all precious resources worth partitioning. Each student carrying a story worth knowing and a heart made of gold. Step 3, defrost heavily. Although winter was lengthier than the moldy bananas in the dining hall, we all brought warmth and wildness to this space. With almost record-breaking ice-out dates, the student body foraged. For as the snow melted, we experienced a revolutionary transition. Unforeseeable and unimaginable. Going from frostbitten toes to sunburnt shoulders. As hair got longer or shorter, we rooted ourselves, taking on depth and connection within this space and the hearts around us. As the earth revealed herself to us, we mimicked this, letting down our defenses, coming closer to each other in the earth. Step 4, a dash of smuggled Cholula and a half a bottle of Nooch. We as a group add to what is known. We have built upon the foundation of Lowenstein's domain, bringing growth and awareness to all who are willing to be vulnerable. As the campus got smaller, our hearts got larger. The pathways felt shorter, closing the distances between our hearts. We observed from trail markers 1 through 28 on the Blue Trail to the vernal pools at the bottom of the sledding hill. But now we are caretakers. Caretakers of this earth and of this community. Caretakers of one another and the very love that exists between us. Step 5, get sun-griddled and shocked by the shell. Because skin is made to be sun-kissed and the commons is cleaner than ever. Brunch brought us to the albedo-stricken shores of Little Betty, where the white pines wear the wind like jewelry. We saw, we heard, we felt. We felt in a way no classroom could give us and no simulation could teach us. We lived in the open air and grew to know that that is our greatest teacher. Step 6, watch them rise. Watch them rise with might and velocity. Watch them take on heights that have yet to be met and told. Watch them soar with freedom and knowingness of the homegrown kitchen that raised them. Amongst the odds, watch them collectively organize a movement that dusted off the blender in the corner, that has stirred Conserve for the better. Your truths have been heard and will continue to resonate from the shores of Black Oak Lake to Penny for eternity. Watch them rise like the glistening sun after a morning paddle, repeatedly resilient and unmatchable, because our words and our actions are louder than a loon call on Lake Elaine. Step 7, share all that has been learned and feast. Food for the soul. We were asked to find a sense of place, provide a narrative to this landscape. Now knowing that the earth has the power to speak boldly on her own, we are mere narrators. We obtained a knowingness that is profound, a knowingness that will sculpt this world. Repeat steps 6 through 7 as necessary. The stove has been lit in the kitchen and gas has been leaked, so let's get cooking. For the light that has been sparked within us all will never and can never be diminished. This concoction we've all contributed to will leave an aftertaste more poignant and powerful than any nib of balsam fir. You all are such gifts to this earth, and the endeavor we all embarked upon will eternally bind our souls. Much like the process of our creation as a semester, we too must hold this sweetness in our bones, knowing that this recipe card can be carried wherever you go. That as you go and continue to go, savor what lies within and never be satisfied with anything less than the sublime. We laughed, we swamped, we smiled, we skied, we whacked trail, we cried, we advocated, we grew, we sledded, but more importantly, we dreamt. We had the courage to throw our hands together and get dirty in the garden, knowing that not all is well in this world, but here in this living moment, we can bring goodness amongst this earth, that the daunting future is ours for the taking. Let us stand unwavering in our closed-toed water shoes. Let it be known that we are everything but a recipe for disaster. We managed to not neutrify Little Dawn, but we did leave a trace on this campus through our profound reverence and ability to speak. I am not concerned or frightened for the future of this world, knowing that you are here, that we are all here to steward hope and to speak on behalf of this earth. You are honored and held by the thoughts and the hearts of this intense web of humans. You all carry forth an abundance of experience and wisdom that will continue to evolve and extend outside of these 1,200 acres. Thank you for opening your hearts to me and being bold enough to enact change. You are no longer out of your element, Donnie. Let me leave you all with one last crumb for the road. That one moment can lead to an hour can lead to a day can lead to a month, and a month can lead to 4 months, and 4 months can bring on a force so strong and powerful that it leaves you speechless.